I've decided on another trip down to Bundy's this week, sort of mid-late January. I think it's my 5th trip on here. Still only got that first fish to show for it really. First cast on the lake I had one, I'm still waiting for my second one. But there's been a few fish out on zigs over the last couple of weeks, so I've gone all out, fishing them all on zigs this week. All on adjustables out there in the deep water. There was only one lad on when I got here this morning, but I got here nice and early because I knew another couple were turning up, and sure enough within an hour of getting here there was 4 of us on. But I sort of wanted to get round onto this little point. I fished here last week, although I didn't catch, I did see a couple of fish. Just gives you a good little bit of water to go at, you know, you've got a good scope from here. And it's quite nice margins, it drops straight away down to sort of 30-40 foot, whereas on the bank you can see a lot on that sort of bank along here, you've got a shelf that runs out, it's 25 foot deep, it runs out about 25-30 yards. Where I had my first carp and the eel and that from, and it's, you know, it's quite easy to get your lines snagged on that shelf. It's not, once you hook something, it's not very nice playing them from there. You get a better angle from here, you've just got deep water in front of you and you can play them right into the bank with no dramas. I assume you can, I ain't had one yet. But hopefully this week will be the week. It's looking good for it. Good conditions for zigging. Have to wait and see what happens, but I'm quietly confident. Right, here we are, end of January. Bundy's. With my new video lights. I can't see a bloody thing. Just had a take on a zig 15 foot under the surface in about 200 foot of water, I reckon. Got myself a nice golden 20, what was he? Just shy of 27. Yeah. Common. First one for a while. First one of 2015. Get a bit closer, there he is. Very welcome. Hopefully the first of many. Night of the demons, I reckon. Excellent, decent start. I only got here this morning. It's Monday night. 2 nights ahead of me. And hopefully a few more of these to come. Just slipping back. Well, it's Tuesday morning. I had that fish last night at 27 common. It's, unfortunately, when I put the adjustable zig back out there, I checked it this morning and it was tangled, which is a bit of a thing with the adjustables. You've got to be so careful, really. You've got to let them up in the daylight to the surface first, and check them with bins just to make sure like the float and the bait have got a little bit of separation, so you know it's not wrapped round. They are quite jangly things to cast, but once you know they're out there, once you've seen it on the surface and got it all set, obviously you can just bring it up and down through the layers throughout the day, you know, safe in the knowledge that it's not tangled. Which is what I'm doing now. I'm just going to let them up a couple of foot. In fact, I'll bring that one down 2 feet. That's on 15. I had the fish on 15 in about 55. They just pop another 2 foot on it. And I've got these, which are little counters. You just click them. It's got a little display on there. Just keeps count of how many feet down or up you are, so if you do get a bite you know where you were. So I just put that onto 17 now. Only a couple of quid off of Amazon. Hang that on there. Just sort of adjust them throughout the day and go up and down the layers really. Click that up to 19. But it's nice to get that first bite on the zigs of the year. Just gives you that confidence in what you're doing really. Obviously you can see I've got all 3 on zigs. Once the bites start to come on a lake like this deep on zigs, it's usually, you know, the method for a few months till it starts to warm up again, which is going to be a little while yet. Supposed to be a big cold front coming in actually, so it's Tuesday now. They reckon by Friday it's going to be Arctic, the weather, so make the most of the next couple of days really. Hopefully we'll get another one. It's a good time for a bite at the moment, it's about sort of 10ish. It's a good bite time on here. So it seems to be mid-morning and mid-afternoon really, most of the takes. So hopefully we'll be getting another one. Right, this is the adjustable rig. I hope you can see that. I hope the light's right. It's a bit of a Heath Robinson affair really, but you've got the lead on the line, just like a plumbing setup, and then you've got this. These are one of the Fox controllers. Float, it's just fixed onto the swivel, just pushed on, little rubber socket it goes into, big bead at the back to stop the lead, and literally it is just like plumbing. That goes out there and then you feed it up to the surface. Got a sort of 3-foot hook link that will pop up on at the moment, you use foam or whatever, up to the surface, then just pay it down in sort of 1 or 2 foot increments, leave it half an hour or whatever you fancy at each depth, and basically you're just searching for the depth that the fish are sitting at. But the trick with these is getting them out there in one piece untangled. That's the hardest part. So that, it's just a case of getting the nut board out, check in for the hook plate. Very cold process at this time of year. Right, where are we? Well, I can see that clear as a bell. I'm sitting about this far away from the float, so I know that's not tangled. So I'm happy now. Bring that down. Maybe start at 12 feet, then 15, then 18, down and down until I get to a depth that I've sort of, I don't know, maybe 20 foot or something, and then 25 foot, then start coming back up again. Oh, move that in. Put the float under, and then I'll give it the length of the hook link, and as the bait's just come to the surface, and start working it back. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'll do for starters. Reset my counter to 0. Up to 12. There we are. Adjustable zigging. fishing bottoms of the lake out there somewhere. There it is. That's a long way down. You just got to let them up quite slowly so that the float don't overtake the bait and they don't tangle. But you can sort of use it like a plumbing float on the way up and work out the depth you're fishing in. Well, still nothing going on out in the lake. Might have had another one by now. That's why I've been exploring the bushes. It's absolutely covered with burrs, brambles, thistle, mud. Plenty of pebble up. We'll have a little grooming session while we're waiting for a bite. The basil brush has got a fair bit of foliage in it, dog. Hoping to get another fish in the daylight this time, so we'll get a bit of video footage. Sat there with a camera trained on the rods for the last few hours. Press play, nothing happening. That's it. God. Oh. Time to reel down and cut the set, I reckon. That was a pretty uneventful night. It was nice and calm for the first half of it. Sat up till about midnight, I suppose, listening and watching, but nothing to see. There's been nothing shown at all. I think I've seen one half-arse roll the whole time I've been here. And then the wind got up halfway through the night, put paid to that. It's been getting sort of moodier and moodier all morning, really. And a few little downpours of rain. And you can see from the sky up there, it's not the nicest. Especially not for packing up, which I've got to do sometime in the next hour. Nice to get a fish though, but unusual for zigging. Usually once you've found the sort of where they are and the depth they're at, most other lakes where I've zigged, you get one, it sort of leads to more, but that seems to be the case on here this year. A lot of the captures have been single captures, which is, like I say, quite unusual for zigs. But better a single capture than no capture. Uh-oh, here comes the rain. Oh God, another wind. That's pretty hideous. Well, I'm still here. I'm still trying to pack up. But as you can see, the weather's not exactly getting any better. I've had hailstones and absolutely howling winds in the last half an hour. I'm more than ready to go home, to be honest, but I don't have to put any bivvy pegs in, although two of them have just pulled themselves out. The porch just ripped back off the top, flapping about all over the place. There's a little bit of blue sky in the distance over there, and the second that reaches, I'm out of here. more than enough for 1 week. Right, that's me. I'm going to pack the camera away, pack everything up inside the bivvy, get ready to do one.